Have you ever wondered how the machine learning engineers or DevOps or data analytics that use Python understand their data? Today, I'm going to teach you how to understand your data. And the process of doing this is called exploratory data analysis. And what is exploratory data analysis? It means that we are going to check each of the features of the data that we want to train, or we just want to analyze the data. So we just want to check and analyze each of the feature. At the end of this video, you should be able to analyze any kind of data and understand each kind of data that you are given by using Python. So the first thing we're going to do now is to import a library. And what is the library? The library here is called pandas. What is pandas? Pandas is a pre-built-in function that help you read a data. So, and how do you import it? Simply by writing um, import uh, pandas. This is not hard at all. Pandas as PD. So I love to run this on my work shell here. So um, if you want a settings for how to use this kind of um, if you want this kind of setting, you can comment in the comment section. I will make a video on how to set up your environment like this. So when you press Shift Enter, it's going to create another um, what we typed here, which is this sign and double percent. So the next thing is we want to, as I press Shift Enter, it begins to run. So it's loading the. So the next thing is to import the data, um, or let's say load data. So and which data are we loading? The very one here, which is Airbnb open uh, data CSV. So I will initiate a variable. So this is how to initiate a variable. Path underscore um, or let's say file underscore path is equal to, so you write the name or you state it as a string. How do you define a string? By putting a double colon, oh sorry, by using quotation mark, either single or double, but I love to use the double. So and you're going to write exactly the way it is written, a b and b, then underscore open underscore data dot csv cs yes, csv. So you have loaded it. So the next thing to do is to um, load it into a data frame. Now I want to load it into a data frame to be able to use a data frame in the so this is your data. This is how to initiate your data frame. You write PD. So here comes the usefulness of this library we imported. So want to use this library to import this data. So the next thing you write is um, read underscore CSV. So it's going to read this CSV file, and if it is maybe it ends with Excel or TXT file, you write read Excel. You see it there. Then I think there is another one. Think yeah, ORC. So JSON, you can read anyone. Clipboard, or the one we'll be using today is this. So and you have your double. Oh, sorry, you don't need it. You just have to write your file underscore paths. And the next thing, the first action we want to perform now is to check the data head, all of the sections of the data. What are the names of the each column, and preferably if there is, and their row. So we just want to check the name of the column. So this is how we check the name of the column. Yeah, the name of the column. So what you do is you write PD dot oh sorry df sorry df dot head. Alright, bracket open, bracket close. So in this place, you can actually state the number of this thing you want. Maybe the first five. Um, let's say this. Now it's stating the first six row. Oh, sorry, the first six row stroke their column. So, but let's assume I want to remove this and just run it. So it will automatically give you the first 5 rows. So, and this is the column. Each of the column, this is their features, or let's call them the name of each of the column. So the first column is ID, the second column is name, and the third column is host ID. And as you can see them, so this gives us the overview of the data. So the next thing we want to do now is want to describe. Let's say we want to describe the data frame. Uh, describe. So now here comes the statistics. Now, if you don't understand statistics, this is already a statistics, and it helps you count. Each of these is a statistics. This is a head count. This is the count, the minimum count. This is the mean count. This is the standard deviation. This is the minimum count. This is 50% of each of the data. This is a calculation of each of the rows, and it's showing you each of them. We have mean here. So from this place, you can actually make a decision. You can make any kind of decision you want to make, and you'll be able to get this thing. So, um, okay, the next one we want to use, let's say, we want to check if any of the data frame is null. So say um, is null, is null. So we want to check if any of the section of the data or column or row is null, that is, it's empty. So let's see what we have here. Now this ID is telling us that from the range of 1 to 10, 1 to 4, 0 to 4, there is no any missing this in space. There's no missing space. Yeah, there's no null field. So also for the name part, there's no null field except for number 3. And for host ID, there's no null, all is false. So whenever you see true, it means that the space is actually uh, vacant, and when you see false, it means that the space is not vacant. But with this, you see that there is something. It's not showing us all of the data. It's just showing us the first 5 and the last 5, which is 10. So the best practice with this is to write dot sum. That is, it should sum all of the missing value for us. So with this, we can be able to make our decision or see. So now it's telling us name ID. In the name ID, in all of the data, we have 0, no missing item. So in the name field, we have about 250 fields that are empty. In the host field, in the host ID, there is no missing item. And for the host identity verification, we have 289 that is missing. For the host name, we have 404 that is missing. From neighbor group, we have um from the neighbor group we have 29 that is missing. We have neighborhood, we have 16 missing, and so on and so forth. So now you're seeing the total of this is the features. I mean the name of each of your um, what do we call it, the fields, which are column. The name of each of them is this, and the statistics of the ones that are missing. So in this, what will this one help you do? It will help you to actually predict, either for you to drop them, like this one that has a higher number of missing value. The best thing to do is just to drop it. For this one too that has highest number of this thing missing value, the best thing to do is to drop. So all of these ones, you just need to drop them. When we go for um describe, it shows us the first 5 row. So let's assume that we just want to see the first 5 row without we seeing the first 5 row. We just want to see the first 5 last rows. So what we do is we will write data frame dot tail, then open bracket, close. So this one will show us, if we specify, it will give us according to our specification. But if we don't specify, it will give us just 5. So that's the default number, just 5. So this is the 5 last item. So the next one I want to show you is the data shape. So want to see the data shape. Let's see uh, data shape, um, shape, data shape. And what will this do? It's telling us that this one was supposed to show us the number of rows and columns. Yeah, this was supposed to show us the number of row and column, and was the one that made a mistake by using what do we call it, parentheses at the front of it. So it shows us this one you're seeing here is the number of the row column we have, and this is the number of the rows we have. We have this almost a this 100,000 plus data. So the next one I want to show you here is the info. Let's say data frame dot info. So this one will tell us information about the whole data, um, and this one is advisable you put a parenthesis before it. So let's say the information it gives us about data. So now this one is almost similar to the this command describe. Right? Yeah, it's similar to the command describe. So, but what this one does is that it tells us and shows us the data type. So, like this one, what do we call it here now? It shows us that the ID here, the ID is an integer. It shows us that name is what is object. So, which is another form, which is also known as string. This one is a decimal point, which is float, and so on and so forth. Now there is something interesting here. Now it tells us or group the data types into their groups and tell us the total number of each of them and the memory usage. Now the memory usage on our computer. So the data type we have float. We have 9 floating points number, that is decimal number, the data type. We're talking about data type here now. So we have different type of data type. We have string, we have float, we have integers, we have and so on and so forth. So here we have 9 float, we have 2 integers, and we have objects, 15 objects, and the total memory usage is 2.4 plus MB. So now let's verify this for ourselves. Let's count how many one do we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Let's verify. No. Floating point. Number of floating point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Probably there are some that is not showing, but you just have to give us the whole summary here. So, and this is it. About 19. This is 19. We have 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. About 4 or 5 are missing here. So you just round them up and give us the total information. So the next one I want to show you is, maybe you don't want all of these explanation too much. You just want to see the number of column to make your decision. So you just write data frame and column. Data frame dot columns. Yeah, this should give us. Now this one is giving us in categorical form. So this we print out the name of all of the datas. Sorry, the features, the column name. So we have ID, name, host, just like it is listed here. But I actually prefer. I rarely use this. I often use info and describe, and also the null function here. So let me show you other ones that you may need to learn how to use. So in this place now, let's assume this one that is, let's look at something. There is one we did here, and we saw that the number of the null. Yeah, let's I forget. Now you see number of null and you see count. This is number of the items that are not null in this. So, and this is the total. Sorry. Okay. From this place we have gotten the total number. Yeah, this shape. Shape actually give us this. So uh now look at the total number of items. So meaning that there's none that is missing here. So instead of doing all this calculation, at least we have we have gotten the statistics from here. So I and this is this thing. This one is description function. So coming to it now. So this one also describes the ones that are not null, the ones that are null, and so on and so forth. But let's come to, there is something important I wanted to show you. Okay. Oh, sorry, pardon me. Let me check out. Okay, like this one, um, house rule and license. Now, if you look at license, now the thing is that this license will actually spoil our model if we want to train our model. So the best thing to do is actually to drop this right from this place and um to drop this code. This is what we are going to do.